legendary Les Thatcher. How you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. How about yourself?
Doing great. What a great show. Director of personnel for this?
Yes, sir. Or as the old timers call it,
Booker.
Yeah.
So, man, how was the show, man?
Somebody said we had another good show, so we're going to stop that. We're too consistent. We're ruining the indie reputation. I'm being facetious.
Yeah. You picked a great tournament, man. You handpicked each guy?
Yeah. That, I told you guys that I have had the most fun this year. And I've been in business 53 years because these guys have taken our idea, our vision, and turned it into reality, and they have all been so excited, so great, and so into doing it, and it's been amazing.
It was an interesting premise, and when it started in that big ballroom in downtown LA, it went off good. The crowd was a little small, but when it came to Arena, it went really well. It's going on. We're putting 4 shows in now.
Yeah.
And I think it's been really good. People took it really off to it. And I think you really got back to is storytelling and wrestling, which hasn't got there.
No. Well,
I'm into the matches.
I'm a cynical guy. Yeah. My humor is facetious, but I tell people we've had, as of tonight, it makes 28 tournament matches. There's only been 2 dives through the ring, and nobody's asked for the money back. Meaning that you can actually draw money and have good wrestling with wrestling opposed to just acrobatics. And you're right. That's what the whole idea of this race of the ring concept was to take it back to its not to its roots, but to put the clock back in. And this with the time element, the scoring process, gives the guys reason to be more creative too.
And then, you look at a place like PWG where it's all high spots, it's all pedal to the metal. So you try to make it more catch can wrestling, storytelling.
Yeah, absolutely. So good actors. I'm going to make somebody mad.
Okay.
There's a lot of good acrobats in this business. There's not a lot of good workers. Okay. And workers and acrobats are 2 different things.
You can do a good 450, but you can't wrestle a great match.
You can't take a hold and make people.
Yeah.
I think the thing that we're trying to put back into is facial expressions, body language, the little intricacies that make the big things.
Pierce is great at that.
Absolutely. Well, at the time, everybody thought Cole was going down, right?
Yeah,
which brought them emotionally into the match, right? And then when he finally pumped it, they got it. Right?
Yeah, every show I've been to, recently, I've been watching wrestling off and on my life, and I've never gotten really into matches live like this. Ever. I'm so into it.
Well, so many of the young, and again, but so many of the young guys today, it's about the pop on the spot, not the story, not the match, not really going to the next edition.
It's like the crazy spots, doing the 450s off ladders and people through tables and chairs.
Yeah, exactly. And, it comes back to drawing the people emotion.
Yeah.
And the big high spots don't have that. It's like the roller coaster thing, right? And it's over.
Yeah, it's because we've had Evolve and Dragon USA. They book on the Ricochets and the Air Fox, and they're great guys.
Sure.
Who do you think is a good high flyer that can actually wrestle? Which guy do you think can do it?
How about Gargano?
Gargano, he's great.
I mean, look at Chase Stevens.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
Pierce. Drake Young.
Yeah.
Right? So and his next is going to be Papillon.
Papillon was my last guess, which is awesome.
4 guys with 4 different styles, and he's been, and that's part of it too. Is to me, if I'm going to have a world champion on my roster, that guy has got to be versatile. He can't have one match. He's got to be able to work with different guys in their style and adjust that, like the old NWA champions years ago.
Yeah. Just like Evolve and Gaines Polsky, they have the style battle, which different guys for different styles. Comedy, they have Busek, they had Drew Gulak, Maxwell Chicago, they had all the guys.
Let me ask you something. What do you think of Gulak and Thatcher?
That was an awesome catch stand.
Whiz, right?
Yeah, it was awesome. I never see people watching pop for that kind of match.
See, but that's if you concentrate on that.
Yeah.
That's and so many young guys say, I want smart television. I got smart movies when I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
Right? But good movie today, listen, when they brought Dallas back as a TV series, right? JR was still savage.
Yeah.
Right? And by the end of that segment, I'm ready to watch watch next week because that's what we should still be doing in our business.
Yeah, because cable TV is also like Sons of Anarchy, which I'm rocking. Great storytelling.
Oh yeah, that's a great storytelling.
It's just great. And you have movies like Dark Knight that are still good. And wrestling, people don't realize, I think, is an art form. And people think it's cheap when it's carnival, but I don't think it. And I think you have really taken it. You and Nigel and David Jackson have really got together and done this.
Yeah, it's not. We are so proud of this. You know, I told a bunch of them, I said, you know, it's been an honor because they have gone out of the way to make our vision, our concept, you know, viable.
You're my favorite things going in this profession, bringing all these guys that we don't usually see in SoCal. We don't fly these guys. PWG flies in the guys that can do the spots and the spots.
I super kick you 15 times and then you beat, right?
Yeah, that's about it.
Does somebody believe that beside you and me?
No, because it's like if you get chopped, they keep going down. But Davey's good at building that. What's your thoughts on Michael Wellman, who is basically, people have called him one of the best guys in the East right now? Thoughts on him, too?
It's okay. When I say that,
It's no this to Elgin.
I think he's a solid performer.
What weakness do you think Elgin has? You know, I put you in a spot. I don't want you to really get in trouble. He can get mad. I don't think he can really.
His man face is forced. I'm about to. I go 52 years. You can go back to 1961. That match was still works together. And there is no moonsaults, there's no 450 splashes, there's no super kicks. It's about time to tell a story, facials, body language, right? And emotionally drawing the people. And that's how I think people feel. By being drawn in emotionally as a child.
I think one guy that really does it right now is David Ryan. He gets the crowd going with his facial expressions and the way he just sets off and they're going.
Now, as just a good standard wrestler, that company,
Yeah.
or some of the people are surprised they're going nuts.
Yeah.
Why?
He's been a hell of a match.
He's been. What was the best match on the science paper?
Yeah.
Rose versus the Shield.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the video. I watched Ring of Honor. I was like, enjoy it.
Somebody, a friend of mine, a young friend of mine, said, "Wow, I said, you sound surprised that he's a good work."
When he came back to face Orton, him versus Orton was like one of the best matches on Raw.
Yes, absolutely.
And people forget that they remember his comedy and not his wrestling ability.
TNA. D'Lo Brown was my first heavyweight champion in HWA. And as you know, he was an agent, road agent, and so forth. And then when he wrestled, whoever, he worked a couple matches on TNA, right?
Yeah.
Before they let him go. So he had a good match. It's like they were surprised at that. He's a good worker. He's not a good actor. I shouldn't say he's not a good actor.
He did the 5-star splash. That was his finisher.
But you know, it's
People remember
if I
him.
want to see good acrobatics, I'm going to Ringling Brothers part of it. If there's a, to me, in capsule form, a blanket covers the entire industry, whether it's the lowest independent or WWE. Everything has been done to death. I remember when Terry put Flair through the table. I popped 9,881 table spots a year. I didn't care.
Yeah.
I've seen it. You want a good analogy of that? Ask some guy, remember the first time you saw your wife? Yeah. Remember the 1,000th time you said no? It's about doing the thing at the right time. It's not doing it 50 times and hoping that somebody catches on. It's doing it at the right time.
Last table spot I remember was Edge spearing Mick Foley through the fire. That was last table spot I remember.
But it's, we've had, as of tonight, we've had 27 tournament matches.
Yeah.
There's been 2 dives in the ropes.
Yeah.
Nobody's asked for the money back.
No.
Which means actually people will still enjoy wrestling and not. There's the other thing too. Let's use psychology and logic. Okay? You and I are having a match. You're on the outside. I think the only way I can beat Sean is to dive through the ropes. So I dive through and I hit you with that shoulder. You go down and you're selling. I go down and I'm selling it the same. Right? So now I've hurt myself as much, or at least that's the story, the picture, right? So I'd be a fool to do that again, wouldn't I? But I'm probably going to do it 3 more times in the same stupid match.
Or like when Gargano one of the wrestlers does it, he hits Jay Leaf hits it. Jay Leaf will hit once, go back, hit again, hit it again. They try to do all the ropes. They try to make it pop because they made the first roast.
And when I say that, Leaf is a good actor. He really changed me. And you know, when I talk like a stunt person,
yeah, no, you're just from a different era, and you think, and I like your way.
and part of that era, we have brought part of that idea, you know.
Yeah.
Have we got a good response?
Yes, the hell.
You know, they're trying to change the business, the foundation, the fundamentals of professional wrestling. Like Anarchy is a drama. The foundation of a good drama in 2013 is no different than it was in 1940. Now, obviously, production values are different, the motives are different, the language has changed because of different slang expressions from one era to the other. But the foundation, the fundamentals of drama 50 years ago is the same as it is today.
Like Perry Mason.
So why would we try to change it?
Yeah. What guys that haven't been on wrestling characters do you think that you want to use?
I would have used Michael Bennett, but he was available to us. Of course,
People think you can't, like fans will chant, you can't wrestle to him.
well, they're wrong.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah, they're wrong.
It's because they don't like him, right?
Yeah, he's a very good heel.
You know, Sammy Callahan was supposed to be in the first round,
Yeah.
but his dad was virtually at death's door. And I'm sorry we couldn't.
Now he's Solomon Crow in WWE.
Yeah. Funny name.
Yeah, Solomon Crow. It's like kind of Batman-ish.
You know, I'm happy. Sammy, I remember Sammy was a chubby little guy in his first strength.
Yeah.
First time I ever worked with him. He's come on. He really has. He's very talented.
And whatever guys do you want to use, what have you used to have?
Oh, God, I'm trying to think. You put me on the spot. I've been up since 5 a.m.
You know what, Lynch, you're still doing good, brother.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, Benny. That's B-Boy for those of you who don't know. He's my homeboy.
Well, we go back a long time.
We do. Now, there's a guy who you would call a show. But in Philadelphia, I watched him, a great young man, and a son of a wrestling match. It was on the slide, you know, on the CZW, which does a lot of, you know, slice and dice, right?
Yeah.
But these guys wrestled. The other matches didn't have anybody on the feet, and these guys, for the last 5 minutes, after the finishing match, had the entire auditorium. And I said, I'm going to beat Benny because, you know, because he's convenient. He's local. Not because he's convenient, but he is convenient and local. But I said, good work. I've seen it, you know. So that's, you know, realize some of this business. They said, like somebody makes a clown of themselves or something. It's because they're being paid, right? Which doesn't mean they can't work. It just means they're doing like your job or my job, right? Is that you're paid to do something, so do it, right? That's you know the biggest thing. So
I've enjoyed talking to you and stuff, and things. It's been a great interview, a very big pleasure. Another guy we talked about is Kyle O'Reilly. He was on your first show.
Yeah.
And he's really raised his awareness. He's up, going to face Adam Cole for the PG World title next week. When you about Kyle O'Reilly, and he's up there as one of the top guys. I think.
yeah, he's come. You know, he had Cole both come along in a short period of time. You know, I worked with Adam. I did training camps for CZW in Philadelphia when he was, I think, maybe just before he came into the business. Realize now he's a PGW champion, right?
Yeah.
Ring of Honor champion. Everybody favors him in this. I mean, he almost got his butt handed to him tonight,
Yeah.
but he put it out of fire.
PWG gets the whole crowd. No one cheers for him. In an Iron match versus Sammy Callahan, no one cheered for Cole the whole match.
Right.
That's what
But some of these people here I was watching, they were afraid he was going to lose it.
Yeah.
He was. You know, and that's the other thing too. I think the business for me in recent years has become too predictable.
Yeah.
Right? And you've come into every one of our shows. Right?
Yeah.
Have you been able to call a winner before
Hell,
you thought?
no.
Absolutely not.
PWG, I went to Battle Los Angeles. You knew Kyle O'Reilly was winning before the show, and after the show, Kyle O'Reilly won.
Yeah.
They did the swerve with Kevin Steen and the Mount Rushmore of wrestling.
And you know, part of this for me too, Kyle Matthews, Steve Anthony, nobody here ever heard of. They heard of
They
them.
have a hell of a match tonight. Highspots.com when it gets on there. You guys that watch that match. Those two, man, are crazy.
Sure. And that was part of it for me. I had worked with both of those guys in training camps before, and I'd seen them at shows. And of course, some of them, and Timothy Thatcher.
Yeah.
It was the same thing too, right? No relation. You just walk by as a reason I said.
Yeah.
But, you know, to me, that's bringing Kyle and Steve out here. Gave them more exposure. in a different environment. Because both those guys in the southeastern part of the country are over there, right? And the funny thing is, as close as they've lived to one another, they've never worked together. So it's cool to watch them, perform with one another. But I'm happy with the product. I really am. I'm proud of these guys. They have stepped up.